All right, Shalom. This is GMS Charlotte. Just want to do a quick little side lesson in the spirit. Before we get started, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. We want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, the true teachers of Israel today.
That's right.
Peace and blessings to the 144,000, the hopeful elect, the house of David. Shalom.
Shalom.
We're going to be just in the spirit. We're going to just talk a little bit about idol worship and how we were never meant to come together and be one people. The Lord is not with, the nation of Israel being one with no other nation. We're only one nation of people. 12 tribes and one nation of people. Yeah, so the Lord is not with us being gathered unto the other nations. He's only with us being separate. The Lord is the greatest separatist. You know what I'm saying? No. And we have a brother start reading in the book of Maccabees. We're gonna go back and talk a little bit about in the time of Antiochus in the book of Maccabees. Just talk a little bit about how that was. This is nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That all since the inception of time, all the other nations have tried to lump us in with their nation and make us one people. Right. Like here in America, Great Meltdown. We're gonna hear about that in the ancient world.
All right, this is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. All right, it reads, just like it. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and that everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
That's right. It says that King Antiochus wrote to all the people of his kingdom that all should be one people. Wow. That's the same thing that's currently going on here today. Right. And it has went on time and time again, throughout the different eras of time. Yep. So that has always went on. And it says he wrote that everybody should leave their laws. And we know the law, statutes, and commandments is what make us one with the Most High.
That's right.
The nation of Israel, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Continue on, bro.
It says, verse 43, and that, like the brother was saying, that goes back to Antiochus back then trying to push that new world order, man.
That's right.
Verse 43, yea, many also of the Israelites consented unto his religion, and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
That's right. And brothers can add into it with whatever you post. You feel. But it says, read that one more time, huh?
First Maccabees chapter 1, all right, verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
So many Israelites started to take on the customs of the other of the Greek people, of their ways. They started going into doing all of those things. You know what I'm saying? That the Lord said not to do. Which they started taking on their laws, and doing their decrees, their languages. And what happened was they forgot that they were Israelites because they started taking on those customs.
And that term, Salakia, you got that term called Hellenization.
That's right.
All right. Which you had Greek-speaking Jews or Israelites, like the brother was saying, that were keeping the customs of the Greeks, the culture, the attire, speaking the languages, worshiping the idols.
That's right.
You see, it's the same thing that's going on today.
That's right. That's right.
Wasn't that another word called gentilius?
I believe so.
Gentilius, they use that word?
I think so.
I got one for you too. This First Maccabees 1 and 11 says, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. That's what the brothers going into, man. You had our people, putting off the law, statutes, commandments that were given to us by the Lord, and taking on these Edomites way of living, which you got reminiscent of today, man. Back then it was these niggas trying to be Romans. Nowadays the people are Americans, man. Americanized kind. So they totally disregarded our natural ways, our customs, our laws, become more civilized like the heathen, man.
The scriptures say, envy not thou oppressor, and choose none of his ways, man.
Exactly.
You see, and that's what happened. That's what happened to our people. Our people has always been in that if you can't beat them, join them spirit.
That's right.
You see?
That's right.
That totally defeated spirit.
That's right.
They use Christianity for that.
That's right. They use Christianity. I'm glad you brought that point up. Because time and time again, what happened was the Edomites, so-called white people, time and time again, they through conquering us, and other nations did too. But if you check the Edomite history, brothers, we were talking about Greece and then Rome. That happened again during the time of Yahweh Shai. you know, when the Romans was in rule, it was the same thing going on all over again.
That's right.
And time and time again, the Edomites knowing that when we leave our power, when we leave the law, statutes, and commandments as Israelites, then we don't have no power no more. And that's what we're doing now. Is coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments. If somebody get me, I was gonna go into how it's nothing new under the sun. This is the same thing. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. Somebody give me Amos 3, 1 through 2. So that's the whole point of it. The whole gist of the whole thing of the lesson is just us getting to the fact that, you know, there's nothing new under the sun. This went on in the ancient world. You know, it went on since the inception of time, and it's going on now.
That's right,
It's the same thing. The only difference is we in the end. So when the Lord destroyed his wicked kingdom, there won't be no more, you know what I'm saying, other ruling Gentile nations.
That's right. All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done, it is that which shall be done.
That's right.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
So the thing that have been, everything that was before, is the same thing that's happening now. You know what I'm saying? There's no new thing under the sun. It's all, everything is a cycle. It repeats itself. There's a saying in the world that history repeats itself.
Everything is repackaged, man. Because like we was saying, like, we had our people selling out back then, which was like, you know, for example, the gladiators, you know, which now in these days they're known as, you know, like the athletes, man.
That's right.
Your NBA, your NFL, your whatever sports, the entertainment, the bread and circus pretty much is still the same, man.
That's right.
You know, the president, the Caesars, and all that, it's the same thing as right now. What you got the Senate, the government. You know, even going back to the buildings, man. Right. Everything is reincarnated, man. This is Rome brought back again, man.
Right. And like the brother said, everything is repackaged. All right, just going back to these idols that our people are into. It all goes back to Nimrod, Tammuz, and Semiramis, man.
Right.
But it's just repackaged today as Jesus Christ. You know, these other religions and whatnot. It's the same thing, man.
Right.
You know,
it's the same thing. 100%. You got Amos 3, 1 through 2.
Serapis, Christos, all of that, man.
That's right.
Yep.
And Zeus.
Zeus,
right. And all of it is idol worship.
Right. It's Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
O children of Israel. It's not talking about everybody on the planet. O children of Israel. This Bible and this word is for the children of Israel. Continue on.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquity. So
the Lord only knows the nation of Israel. The Lord only knows you Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. The same people he said he brought up out of the land of Egypt. If you check it, you know, you go back and look at the artifacts and stuff that's on the walls in the Valley of the Kings, it shows the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Going, you know, during the 16th dynasty, I believe, during that time. You know, those are our people. So the Lord only knew us then, and he only knows us now. So idol worshiping, the Lord ain't with that. Because he's only dealing with the nation of Israel. You know, and I just want to go into that point. If somebody can get, you got a precept? Go ahead.
Okay, God. This is 2 Kings. This is 2 Kings chapter 17, verses 34 and Salakia. 2 Kings chapter 17, and I'm starting at verse 33. All right, it says, They feared Yahweh Shem Yahushai and served their own gods after the manner of the nations whom they carried away from thence. Unto this day, they do after their former manners. They do not fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai, neither do they after their statutes, or after their ordinances, or after the law and the commandment which Yahweh Shem Yahushai commanded the children of Israel, who he named Israel, who the children of Jacob, who he named Israel, with whom Yahweh Shem Yahushai had made a covenant, and charged them, saying, You shall not fear other gods, nor bow yourselves to them, nor serve them, nor sacrifice unto them.
That's right.
You see?
That's right. Idol worship. You're not supposed to serve them, nor sacrifice unto them, nor praise them in no way, shape, or form. I'll get back to it in a second. I was going to go into the fact that, you know, the scriptures, Deuteronomy 7:6 says that we are holy people, special people unto the Lord himself. So the Lord chose us to be a special people. And that word holy, when you go into it, it talks about us being separate. You know what I'm saying? The Lord wants us to be separated from this world, separated, you know, from our enemies, and come back to serving him in oneness. Because a lot of the things that America pushes is like e pluribus unum, out of many one. These are the kind of things that they push. you know, to get the people thinking, you know, all we need to do is just get along and come together.
God.
The Lord was never with that.
Yep.
That's the point. Continuing on the lesson, the Lord was never with us coming together. He was never for the fact of us being one people, because he separated us to be separate of all the other people.
Precept.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
That's right.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Right.
right.
The Lord told us not to follow the way after the ways of the heathen, man. Because that's what our people have done. That's what cleaved our people onto idols, man. Because majority of these customs that we have adopted come from the damn the heathen, man. Mainly so-called white man.
That's right.
Who stole them customs from the other nations, man.
That's
you
right.
know? And repackaged them up. You know, you got your Christmas.
That's right.
Which goes back to, you know, the Yule
Yep.
and all that stuff, man. You know, your
Winter solstice.
Yeah, the winter solstice and all that. So it's showing you that we're not supposed to follow after the ways of the heathen, man.
That's right.
That's why we read in the law, the Lord would bring us into another land. We're supposed to destroy all that nation out that land, destroy all their idols,
Graven images.
all just pretty much everything that would let them be known that they was there, man. And start over anew with our things, man. You know,
That's right.
our people, you know, through time and through captivity, you know, fell away from that and become cleaving to idols, man.
That's right. That's right. If somebody can give me Wisdom of Solomon, you got that? Yeah, hold for me. It's gonna be good here. Wisdom of Solomon 4:12.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 4 and since start at 11. Let's really start at 11.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
It says, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men and a snare to the feet of the unwise. I'll read it over.
Okay.
So, Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 11.
Okay.
Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles, there shall be a visitation.
That's right.
Because in the creature of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men and a snare to the feet of the unwise.
That's right. So all idol worshiping is an abomination to the Most High God. Now, in Christianity and other false religions, or in other religions, because this is not a religion, this is our culture, this is our heritage. Being an Israelite is your heritage.
That's right.
For you Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans.
That's right.
But in these different religions, they prescribe to these things. The Lord power of the Bible, whose name is Yahweh, and the Son named Yahweh Shai, said that all worships of idol is an abomination. So in any way, shape, or form, that's an abomination to the Most High.
And Scripture tell you in the Ten Commandments, man, it's the Lord, first commandment said, do not put any other God over me, man.
right.
I'm a jealous power, man. So showing you that, man.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, this is Wisdom of Solomon 14 verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication,
That's right.
and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever.
That's right. That's right.
For by vain glory of men they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end.
That's right. So the devising of idols, you know what I'm saying? Once again, to the Lord God of the Bible, is an abomination.
God.
You know what I'm saying? It's an abomination. I want to get into that word. I want to get into bewitching the naughty, because that's in
Because-
Solomon 4.
Because when you go into the idols, man, you know, the idols are actually have spirits on them, man. You know, which you worshiping these idols, you're actually worshiping demons, man. You know, Jesus Christ, you know, that's an actual spirit behind that, man. You know, Serapis Christo, that's a demon. You know?
That's right.
Buddha, you know, Shiva, the Hindu god, all these different, you know, Allah, all these are demons, man.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's
So
right.
you're not supposed to be worshiping these other gods, man, because they're demons and that's taking you away from your power.
But it's the same thing now, man. The modern day idols is these damn celebrities, man.
That's right.
And they possessed with demons, man.
Yep.
And our people following them. You see what I'm saying? Harking unto their ways and shit. It's the same thing.
It's the
man.
same thing over and over again.
Come.
Yep.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12.
Yep.
For the bewitching of naughtiness doeth obscure things that are honest.
The bewitching of naughtiness, brother, gonna get the definition of bewitching. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are things that are what?
That are honest.
Things that are honest, which is following this word in all righteousness and sincerity.
God. This Bewitched on Google. It says to to cast a spell upon or gain control over somebody by magic.
That's right. So this is magic. This is witchcraft on the highest level. This is witchcraft on the highest level. The bewitching of naughtiness is what's going on out here. You Negroes not knowing who your power is. You know what I'm saying?
Because, you know, they take those rappers' music, they go pray over their music.
That's right.
And then they put it out there, and then those demons take hold of our
That's
life.
right. And the brothers bring up a good point in every facet of society. So to be bewitched, the scripture's telling us that our people are being bewitched. Idol worship is on a high level in many facets, you know what I'm saying, of society. But bewitching is to have a spell cast on you. You know what I'm saying? Continue on.
And it says, in the Salakia, in the wandering of the concupence,
concupiscence, yeah.
Concupiscence, Salakia, doeth undermine the simple mind.
That's right. So, and that concupiscence, I was looking that word up too, is getting back to, concupiscence is getting back to the fact of idol worshiping, because it's like dealing with, it's like strong sexual lust. Our people have lusted after other gods and other idols. You know what I'm saying?
I got the A right here. I wrote it.
You wrote it?
It says strong sexual desire that weakens your mind.
That's right. Strong sexual desires that weakens your mind.
And they weaken your mind, man.
That's right.
Because our people follow after these things, man. Like the brother was saying about the music, man. That music, it puts spells on you. Where if you listen to that trap music, man, with all them 808s and snares and stuff, man, that actually, with the stuff they talk about that music, I actually put our people to start doing, man. You know?
That's right.
Not only that, you know, that they put that spell upon them with their strong sexual desire for one another.
Oh, that and they push that hypersexuality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man with man, woman with woman.
Yes.
So they have, you know, on the TV, they have the TV, they have like subliminal messages that come on within a split second where you can't really see it. You know, you can't really see it. So it'll be like some subconscious radio wave that goes into your head, man, where you don't even notice it, and have you thinking, whatever this commercial is, man.
It's programming.
Right.
You know?
That's right. That's right.
Because we vibe off vibrations and frequencies.
That's it.
And those frequencies and vibrations lead us in different steps.
That's right. That's right. That's 100% right. And once again, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua was never with the nation of Israel being amongst the heathen. I'm going to go back to that point again and continue on showing how he never was with that and how we're supposed to be separate of all the other peoples on the planet.
That's right.
And what separates us is our laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? We're governed by those.
That's it.
That's what separates us. This 32.
This is Genesis 10 and 32. These are the families of the sons of Noah after their generations and in their nations. By these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood.
That's right. So after the flood, you know, when Noah and his 3 sons, we know Shem, Ham, and Japheth, when they came back and repopulated the planet, that they were divided. The people were divided. So even going all the way back to that time, the Lord was never with the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? All the peoples were divided. All the peoples were divided on the planet.
Precept. Jump into the next chapter. Genesis 11 and 6. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language.
That's right.
And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do.
That's right.
Let us go down, and there confound their language,
That's right.
that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city.
That's right. Brother, getting into the Tower of Babel. What happened at the Tower of Babel? So that shows you over and over again, you know, America, Trump, you know, and what he's pushing, what the American agenda has been since we've been here in this land, even to all the other foreign lands we've been in. The Lord was never with us being one. He was always with his holy people, you know what I'm saying? Going all the way back, being separate of all the other people on the planet.
Can I get one precept for you?
Absolutely.
Can I get Joel 2:27? You know, just to add on to that brother's point, man. Joel chapter 2, verse 27. It's the Most High, Yahweh, he's a separatist, man.
That's right.
He's never been for the unification of these nations, man.
That's right.
All right?
Joel 2 and 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, your power, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed.
That's right. The Lord said he's in the midst of Israel. he's in the midst of Israel. The Lord only knows Israel. And I think the brother was bringing it out before, the word midst goes into inward parts.
Yep.
The Lord is only, that's our spirit. You know, we come from the seed of the Lord.
Right. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
We the chosen people of the Most High. So the Lord said he's in the midst of Israel, and he's no other God to no other people.
That's right.
But you Israelites. You know what I'm saying?
This is Psalms 147
That's the spirit.
and 19. It says, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgments unto Israel.
That's right.
He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
That's right.
Praise ye the Lord.
That's right. Basically, what the brother just read, is further proof that the Lord said that the other nations have not known the judgment of the Most High because the law, statutes, and commandments were only given to the nation of Israel.
God, it's like you said that because we just read in Joel, the Lord said he's only in the midst of Israel. You went to that word inward part. The inward part is talking about the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
Right.
He only gave those and put them in the inward parts of our people, man.
That's right.
Because our people naturally do some of the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Off the rip, man.
That's right.
So we automatically circumcise our children, man.
Yep.
We automatically, for the most part, eat our meat well done, man.
That's right.
You know, certain things that we do, you know, train our children, you know, not to rebel against us, which, you know, that's devil didn't, you know, fuck that up. But certain things that we upkeep of the law, statutes, commandments, just off, you know, our spirit,
Off the spirit,
man.
yeah. Right. This is just to seal it. Malachi 3:6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed, man. So the Lord never changed, man. So what's written in the Old Testament and the New Testament stands. And then he says at the end, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So he never completely got rid of Israel, man. It said that Jacob is not consumed, meaning he left a preserve, man.
That's right.
A remnant.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. And to that point, you know, going back into the fact that the Lord was only dealing with the nation of Israel, and that, you know, our people are into all different forms of idol worship. And part of that is the fact that over the last almost 400 years, you know, plus, you know, our people, you know what I'm saying, since the conquistadors was coming over here, you know, killing off Gad and the Northern Kingdom, and you Latinos, and since the time that you Negroes was brought over here on slave ships, you know, which Deuteronomy 28 and the Bible chronicles very, you know, explicitly. Since you were brought over here, we've been in different forms of idol worship. And so, and part of that whole thing is we've been experimented on. You know, a lot of things have happened to our people. You know, we've been in sexual experimentation. You know, we've been brainwashed. We've been brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? Caught up into all these different ideological ways of thinking, not just religions. You know, and the current nigga today was created by Esau. So the current nigga that you see on the planet, you know what I'm saying? The brother always say, I love what the brother said. He said Esau was the original nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he created the current nigga you see today. Right. And one of the ways he created it is through, and continued on this way of thinking is through like the prison system. You know what I'm saying? Eugenics. You know, these are the things that they've done to our people that have kept us in this low state. You know what I'm saying? And kept us, have kept us, you know, in a state of idol worship. You know what I'm saying? So I had some little stats here I wanted to go into. Because there's a lot of different things. I talked about the eugenics, the sterilization of our people, the secret program, the AIDS virus, all these things we put on our people. That's right. For idol worshiping, for falling after other idols. Right. So the Lord God of Israel, power of Israel, did these things to his people. He allowed these things to happen. You know what I'm saying? We know GMO foods, so on and so forth, but it's a stat I looked up, and it was getting into cancer, because we always talk about GMO foods and some of the issues that we have. I was looking at the stats. It says that 38.4% of people at some time in their life is going to be affected with some form of cancer. And we know a lot of that's through shots, the inoculation, food, you know what I'm saying, the poisoning of the water, the air, so on and so forth. And it's a damn shame that that's what's going on. But see, what you J's got to do is, you J's got to realize that there's no other way, you know what I'm saying, there's no other way to come out of this but to come back to the Lord Yahweh. That's right. Correct. That's the only way. Brother could give me, just to wrap this up a little bit, we'll get into Romans 1, 25 through 27, and you can you got that? You got Romans 1, 25? Yeah, I got it.
All right, this is Romans chapter 1, verse 25. It says, who changed the truth unto Yahweh? It says, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie?
That's right.
and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator,
That's right.
who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua gave them up unto vile affections.
Right.
For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
That's right.
And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
So just, the scriptures just get into the fact that our people so bugged out. The Lord, allowed for our people, because we didn't serve Him and do the things we're supposed to do, to be bugged out on a level where, read the first verse again.
It says,
Change the truth.
Oh, it says Romans 1:26, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie.
Who changed the truth of the Lord into a lie? Who His chosen people are? The fact that the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel. Esau, the so-called white man. Because the Lord is only dealing with, like we've read over and over again, the nation of Israel. He always wanted the nation of Israel, you Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, to be separate of all the other nations. So who changed, it's a shame, who changed the truth of the Lord into a lie? Esau, the so-called white man.
And worship and serve the creature more than the Creator. And I want to add on that point too, because that's what our people do. They worship the laws and the ways of the so-called white man.
That's right.
They'll uphold that over the laws of the Lord.
That's right.
So that essentially they're worshiping the creature over the Creator.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
It says, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
So it says, for this cause Yahweh, the Lord, gave them up to vile affections. Like what the brother just brought up was a great point. So the Lord, for not following Him, gave our people up to vile affections. So you see homosexuality running rampant.
Yep.
You see all manners. It says working that which is unseemly. It's unseemly for a woman and a woman to be together. It's unseemly for a man and a man to be together.
Which would be what? Reprobate.
That's right. That's reprobate. Being voided judgment.
And that's what it says. I continue to read. Verse 27, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another.
That's right.
Men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. Verse 28, the point. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind.
That's right.
To do those things which were not convenient.
That's right. That's right. And so the Lord, and once again it said that the Lord gave them over. The Lord gave them over to them vile affections. That's why our people are bugged out. And part of that being bugged out too, in the spiritual sense, if you think about it, is being caught up into all these other idol worshiping, all these other gods. Thinking that tomorrow, it's Saturday today, tomorrow, most of these jakes will go to church and pray to these other gods, thinking that they doing a righteous act. You know what I'm saying?
Diana.
That's right.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 27. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. Nah, yeah, you can take it, bro.
Yeah, it says that the worshiping of the idols is the beginning and the end of our people, going off, becoming abominable, man. Pretty much, worshiping idols is the reason why people in this position we are in right now, man.
That's right.
That's right. So the only way for us to get back to that righteous state, man, what the brother's going into, man, is to seek the Lord, man. Come back to your how about Yahushua and put away them idols, man.
Yep.
They can't save you in that day, man.
That's right. Can't nothing save you. That's the only. You don't gotta. The choices are get down or lay down.
Exactly.
There's no other way. Like it doesn't work no other way. The God of the Bible ain't coming back to negotiate. He ain't the negotiator. You know what I'm saying? He coming back to destroy this place. Ain't no damn negotiations gonna be had when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
All right.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 13. That whosoever would not seek the Lord power of Israel shall be put to death.
That's right.
Whether small or great, whether man or woman.
That's right. It don't matter. The Lord said whether small or great, whether man or woman. Once again, having a vagina don't exempt you from judgment. Being a child don't exempt you from judgment. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. The God of the Bible is coming back to destroy. He's coming back to set this earth on fire.
Right. So you gonna serve him, you're gonna die, man.
That's right. That's right.
Shit.
Hey, with that, we hope that was edifying.
Yep.
We want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone.
God.
The true teachers of Israel
That's
today.
right, that's
Peace
right.
and blessings to all you brothers pushing this word. The hopeful elect, 144,000. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.